Hello everyone and welcome to Newton, Iowa for the Pink Whitney Take Your Shot 50 from Iowa Speedway. Iowa put on a great race last year for the POG Cup Series, but this will be the first trip for the POG SuperTrucks. So we're going to look to have a good race here, going to have some multi-groove racing. I've got Jordan with me here in the booth, a Iowa native. Jordan, give us some interesting facts or some knowledge about Iowa.
Right, so we saw the Cup Series put on one heck of a show here last year. This track is wide. You've got 3 usable grooves, bottom, middle, top, especially in turns number 1 and 2, but also 3 and 4. You can run the wall up there as well. Be careful on the exit of the corners though, because it's very, very easy. Those walls jump right out at you. So that's going to be a struggle for these truckers all day. We'll just have to see who's there at the end of it.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and look at some highlights and get these guys going. Taking a look at the number 49 of Wyatt Floor. The last time this truck was on track was in Daytona, and it was a winner. Wyatt went on to win the Daytona race and got his second win of the season. Can he be the first Super Truck driver to get 3 wins? We'll have to see tonight. Looking at the number 14, Pink Whitney Dodge Ram. This is April, and she is currently 19th in points, but just before Daytona, she was 36th. So this truck is starting to gain some momentum and starting to climb up the rankings. So we'll have to keep an eye on her today and see if she can keep doing that. The number 1 of Nick Roten has not had a good go of the season so far. We just talked about April moving up from 36th in points, but Roten is currently last in points and struggling. He's had a couple good runs going, but always seems to get wrecked or gets caught out on pit strategy and ends up at the back. So he's going to look to turn some luck around today and try and get a good finish and start climbing up those ranks. And with all that out of the way, let's get these truckers qualified and let's get the Pink Whitney Take Your Shot 50 underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines have fired here from Iowa Speedway. And now to Jordan for the top 10 starting grid.
Alrighty, starting on the pole was the number 91 of Daniel Lumet. To his outside, the number 23 of Wilson. Lining up third is the number 58 of Leyland Hill. Fourth will be the 98 of Chamberlain. Starting fifth is the 44 of Caden Bishop, followed by the number 4 of Rosenboom. Starting seventh, Iowa native Carter Penning and the number 55, followed by the number 53 of Grant. And the final row of the top 10 is the number 25 of McHarold and the number 21 of Nixon.
All right, and as always, you can look on the screen. The whole field will be there, but the field is in the hands of the number 91 of Daniel Lumet. Going to lead him through 3 here into the restart zone and get this race started. We'll be looking for some fun multi-groove racing potentially, and slide it and don't hit the wall. Keep it out of the wall. That's a big key here.
We're going to see a lot of that tonight, but field in the hands of Daniel Lumet. Here they come.
Green flag. Good jump by Lumet with Hill behind him. The Wilson did not get that good.
That's always what you want here. You always want to clear that second place starter on the start here at Iowa. It's good to be able to take your arc down into turn number 1.
Absolutely. Already looking like we might get 3 wide back here. Lumet with a good jump out. Leland Hill going into second now. Wilson stuck on that outside. Falling back to third now. Oh,
bottom lane's always
got the wall.
Bottom lane is always good in 3 and 4. That seems to be preferred, but the top seems to work a little bit better in 1 and 2.
Oh, big wiggle by Martin there in the middle of the turn.
Of the racetrack just a little bit.
Look at Penning with a good move under Wilson. That would be.
He's got a lot to race for.
Absolutely.
He was talking after last week's race, calling himself a bust and everything like that, but he comes to his home track here and he's looking to have a real good run. He's trying to charge up there into the top 5 as we speak. He's actually looking for 4th.
Had a bit of a break, so a little bit of a reset, and going to look to get back going here. Currently passing Wilson for 4th, but there's Matt Carroll behind him, quickly looking to try and get by him.
Something happened behind this top 15 or so as we see them getting real close to the wall, but there's a big gap behind them. That's J-Hope in the 10.
My best guess is someone hit the wall. You see him sliding real wide to the outside. Might have stacked the field up.
There's a whole bunch of cars trapped back there that want to get towards the front.
Absolutely. See the number 1 of Roten there, the 27 of Allen, Martinsville winner.
Martinsville dominator.
KP1, who's very high in the standings. All these guys
comes into this race
here.
3rd.
Absolutely.
Oh, trouble for the 26 on pit road.
26 is on pit road. 21 of Nixon's way back there.
Green flag still out.
Not sure what happened to the 26. We'll have to check up on that later, but not a good run for Anthony. Oh, he's back out there.
He was running just inside the top 10. Maybe an interesting strategy of some sort. Maybe they think they can go the distance on this tank. We'll just have to see.
I wonder if
he's going to lose
hit
2
the
laps,
wall.
though, so he very well could have.
And I wonder if that's what caused that separation. But Lumet ran wide, and here comes Hill.
Lumet, can he get back down to the bottom this time? Yes, he does.
She's going to have to not send it off that hard into one again, or Hill is right there on that back bumper. He's right there.
And Caden Bishop is not going to let either of these two get away.
You look at these 3 trucks almost drafting.
They've driven away from the field by a second and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, I see why.
Anthony is out front of this pack and slowing them down.
That cost Carter Penning 3 spots.
And look at Mopar. Oh, Mopar sliding wide.
He uses the whole racetrack.
3 wide behind him. Oh, almost in the wall.
Turn
Anthony
4
in
is
the
the
wall.
easiest place to catch that wall. On the exit of 4 is so easy to just slip up. You're able to, this track lulls you into a false sense of security. You get back into that gas a little bit too early, wash up off the corner, and brush that wall.
Absolutely. It's a fast little track, but it's not banked like a Bristol or anything like that. You know, it's not any extreme banking, so you're chasing it through the corner. You're like, back on the gas, back on the gas, back on. You just want to get back in it. And it's so easy to slide up into that wall.
24 degrees of banking, if I recall correctly. Progressively banked, multiple grooves, and they're using all of them right now, it looks like.
Yes, sir. Especially with the 26 and maybe some other slower cars on that outside.
That little bit of a stack up has caused the gap to go from about 15th on back to 3rd on back, as you see the 44 has gotten around the 58 up there towards the front, but J-Hope's caught right back up.
3 wide back here with Mearns, Rosenboom, and Arden. That's running back there behind the 49. Right, that's about 14th, 15th position. 3 wide behind him as well. Rosenboom has been either in the wall or nearly in the wall about every time I see him. That truck is sliding wide.
Using every last horsepower under that motor.
Absolutely. The guys back here, Roten starting to fall back there with the 14 of April.
One person on the attacking points and one person that needs a bit of help. Both running towards the back end of the field here.
Not a good run going for Great Lakes Racing, the 97 and the 94. All back there currently running 36 and 37. Lumet right now looks to have the truck to beat. He did slip up in turn 1, and they were able to get right on that back bumper. So may not have the best handling truck, but right now it looks like he has the truck to beat. We're lap 13 of 50 into this one. Only 50 laps. They're going to click away quick.
As long as those two keep racing each other behind him, he's just going to drive away.
And Mopar and Grant in this 4th through 5th pack is catching the front.
Bit of recognition for the driver of this number 45. Just got accepted into, was it the Marines?
The Marines, yes.
So congratulations to Mopar on that, and we're looking forward to see how he does the rest of his Super Truck career here.
Absolutely. Super commendable to go and do something like the
Marines. Best of luck.
So wish him the best of luck in all that the Marines will bring him. But right now he's currently running 4th and look to have a good day here at Iowa. As the leaders
he needs
are also
it. He sits 33rd in points.
30. Ooh, that is way back there. Needs a good day. Lumet, I believe, was having a top 10 or so run at Papyrus, I believe, and it was caught up in an incident. So this is another guy who's trying to run up front and has bad luck. So he's looking to have a good day today. So far, like I said, having the best truck.
Lumet is 34th in points, so this could be a huge break for Lumet, but the 44 has caught right back up. Caden Bishop all over the back bumper of that Toyota.
All over that back bumper. We'll have to see if Lumet can if Lumet will slide up. Oh, he's leaving the bottom.
Bishop currently sitting 14th in points, could be looking to have a really good points day.
Man, 14th in points and a win, especially when some other guys right now are kind of stuck in the back of the pack. That could be a really good points day.
Actually, now that I look at him, Leyland is 10th.
So
if he could somehow get up there and snooker this win, that could be a huge bonus for that team. But
absolutely,
long ways to go.
Number 37 of Crown Jr. currently running 7th, if you remember all the way all the way at Papyrus, had the win in his hands and had a tire go down and was not able to grab that win. But currently running 7th here, and looks like he has a good truck. Maybe if they get a caution or if something happens, might be able to get up there a little better, but I'm sure he won't complain about 7th. That's a pretty good run going for him.
One thing right off the bat, compared to the cup race here last year, it looks like these trucks are a lot more maneuverable. The cup guys were getting the wall every single lap, and I think that might just be the difference in speed between one of the cup cars and one of the trucks. These guys are able to keep themselves in check.
Yeah, I would agree. And to the maneuverability, it's been interesting to watch some of them guys go down into turn 1. Like you can see Bishop's looking for the bottom, might have it. No, close.
Oh, Lumet's up a groove. Lumet's up a groove. Here he comes.
Side by side. Oh, he might clear him. He's clear, I think.
Not quite yet.
44 is clear. 44, Cade Bishop to the point with 30 laps to go at the line this time. But
Lumet's got to get back down in line. He got to protect against that 58.
Absolutely. Needs to get Hill on his back armor, get another run going, and get past his 44. Oh,
man.
Wow. That was close.
Now Mopar is starting to peek into the picture.
I'll say all this battling is just going to bring that 45 closer. Lumet might be starting to fade out of first and now into third as Hill's underneath him and goes into second. And here comes Mopar. Lumet all the way on the outside. I mean, might as well up there. Try it. Doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Lost a little bit of that mojo. Truck handles completely different in traffic.
Absolutely. Out front, he was soaring, but out here in traffic, it looks like it might be struggling a little bit. Mopar still trying to get around the 91 for third. Not quite there. I think he'll get him here off the exit. Yes, he will. And now Grant.
A nightmare for Daniel Lumet.
Yeah, he is stuck on that outside and steadily losing positions, almost like Martinsville. Oh, wow, Lumet with a really good run around the outside,
There you go.
He's getting it figured out.
Let's see what he can do here through 3 and 4. Looks like Mopar. Oh, yeah, big drive off through the middle.
He got a little tight mid-corner. You could see him lift. And there goes Mopar back by, Grant by, and Crown looking. He gets a really good run out of 4 on that outside.
Mm-hmm.
The bad thing is he gets down here into 1 and 2, and it looks like he's really tight and just ends up losing it.
One driver I've been watching on the scoring pylon that's driven his way up into the top 10 after being a little bit further back, Jay Hope in that number 10. He was that guy, first guy out of the pack that after whatever had happened in front of them, that they were all there was that gap behind about 15th place. And Jay is driven for, caution flag is out, I think. I could have sworn.
Yes, it is. Oh, and it might have been Roten.
Oh, no.
Roten is all the way at the back. And that is a caution just at about halfway to go. This is really going to mix some stuff up. Don't know. I don't imagine anyone would pit. I think they can all make it. And I don't really know if tires are going to be that big of a difference. But this is definitely going to shake some things up, regroup the field, and get them back going. And we do have 2 cars that are laps down. So that's going to make it interesting as well.
Right.
So let's go back and take a look at potentially the one, potentially someone else, and see exactly what happened to bring out this caution. Right, keeping an eye on the number 1 of Nick Roten here. You can see the 14 of April in front of him gets in the wall. And people are going to squeeze by. And oh, he just made contact with Armstrong.
Yeah, just hip checked him.
Wow, and just went around, hit the wall.
Maybe that you think that with where the exhaust exit is on the passenger side, you think he might have gotten a little bit of contact side to side, cut that left rear tire down?
Potentially. Would explain why he almost essentially hooked back to the outside wall. Very interesting development here for the number 1. Didn't go a lap down, though, so that's good. Going to have to see if he can try and claw his way back up to the front. All right, down the backstretch they go. The number 44 of Caden Bishop is your leader. The 58 of Hill is second. The 45 of Mopar is third. The 53 of Grant is fourth. And the 37 of Crown Jr. is fifth. They're going to take the green on lap 30, so it's going to be just about 21 laps to go. 2 cars on the inside. Anthony in the 26 is, I believe, 3 laps down, and 21 of Nixon is 1 lap down. So got some insects on this restart. Gonna have to see how this goes. Field in the hand of the 44. Green is back out. It's going to be key to some of these guys to get clear of them.
Now, I saw the 26 was actually keeping pace with some of the top 10 cars, so he's got some speed under the hood of that car.
Got some fresh tires, and he's going to get back out front, the 44 right now, so that's going to put him 2 down. Could the 21 get a lap back as well? But
Mopar in a position to maybe gain a few spots. He's got that bottom.
Absolutely going underneath the 58 of... Oh,
he's
and the 44 is in the wall.
Mopar looking for the lead.
3 wide for the lead at Iowa behind some lap cars. Oh, not quite clear yet. Still on that bottom.
Oh.
Hill in the middle. They squeeze Caden to the outside. Not quite clear. I think he's going to do it there. Yes.
Oh, man, what a slide off the corner that was for Leyland and Caden.
They slid wide, and Mopar is your leader now with Grant coming through to second and Crown Jr. fighting for third. Oh, and the 44 and 58 are still going at it.
They're still dropping.
They made slight contact on the exit of 2. I would imagine the 44 is not happy, but at the same time, he didn't get past the lap car, so... 45 of Mopar is your leader, but the 53 of Grant's right there on that back bumper. 2 lap cars in front of... Actually, Nixon's not even a lap down now. He was 1 down. He's back on lead lap.
He needs that yellow. He might just hook that 26.
This 53 might do it too. He was looking real low in turn 3, and I thought he was going to get to his quarter panel. Might do it again. Oh, that's close. Doesn't do it, though. Stays in line. Oh. Good job by Mopar to block that bottom.
Not long. Not many more laps to go. No, he's got to do everything he can to hold him off. They're starting to catch these lappers again, it looks like.
Come to the line. That is 16 laps to go. We are getting close to the end of this one. As Mopar looking to might get around the lap car. That could mess him up. Definitely don't want to go to the outside. You saw exactly what happened to the 44 and the 58 for that matter.
He went down into turn 1 right there, and you could see him get tight. The 21 came down, took the air off the nose, and the 45 washed up the racetrack a little bit. But Nixon's not going to let him by. He's on the lead lap.
Absolutely. He's going to fight for that position. He has a right to. He's on the lead lap. 15 to go that time at the line. We were talking about the 58. He is 11th. He has fallen all the way outside the top 10. And you can see the 44 on the outside way in the back there. He's losing spots as well.
Their race went away just like that.
Absolutely. That's all it takes, especially on a restart when everyone's bunched up. Grant and the 37 of Crown Jr. working to get back to that leader. They closed the gap there on that entry. Now they're in the wake. We'll have to see if they can get to his back bumper. This is almost a very similar situation to Lumet, Hill, and Bishop earlier in the race. It was 3 trucks all battling for the lead. Mopar starting to pull back away a little bit. Lumet worked his way back in 4th after that restart. Wilson, the 23, is 5th. J Hope up to 6th now.
Attaboy, Jay. Attaboy.
This truck just continues to climb forward. The 98 of Chamberlain is 7th. The 2 of Martin is 8th. The 44 was 9th, but is now behind the number 49 of Floor. Oh, and there goes Grant.
Here comes the 53.
Grant to the inside around the 45.
You must have slipped them up a groove. You got through.
Must have.
And now Crown is really close.
Mopar is getting back in line. That could be the move. If Crown can help him get back up to Grant, that might have been the move right there to hold him off and get back by this 53 for the win.
We'll just have to see. He's got 10 more to catch him.
Yep, 10 more laps to go. That's all that's left here at Iowa. And the 53 of Grant is out front, but the 45 of Mopar is fighting back to get back to him. They're pretty even now. He's about 3/10 back, but all it takes is one little slip.
Looking at the point standings right now, this is going to be a very, very weird day. A lot of the guys that are up there in points, Azza, KP1, Super, Martin, Manson, Patrick, Dodge, Allen, have not showed their faces in the top 10 at all today. In fact, the only driver in the top 10 in points that's in the top 10 right now is the number 49 of Wyatt Floor.
Absolutely.
Oh, my apologies. The 2 is in 8th place.
Grant increased the lead that time, but the 45 and 37 are working together, so I think it's going to lower this time. Yep, they closed the 10th that time. 8 laps to go here at Iowa, and this battle is not over.
We've seen this lead close up just like that a couple of times already during this race, so it just takes one mistake, and you are on the leader's bumper here. That 53 has to be perfect.
Absolutely. And same for the 45. He has to be perfect to catch him.
Ooh, good entrance down into the corner from Mopar there. He gained a couple of car lengths.
He gained a bunch there. The lead at the line stayed the same, but he's closer.
Doesn't quite look like these 2 lap cars in front of the leaders are going to be a factor. Mopar still reeling him back in.
Reeling him back in by the Bass Pro Shops truck. Very fitting. 6 laps to go this time. It's down to 2/10.
A couple of very, very, very popular Midwest sponsors, Case Tractors and Cabela's Bass Pro Shops.
Absolutely. Both of these guys fighting for their first career win. Mopar, obviously, in his first season, you can see the rookie stripes. But Grant, in his second, was not able to get to victory lane last year, trying to hold off the hungry rookie, the hungry Marine, for trying to get his first career win.
Whole top 5 looking for their first career wins.
Absolutely.
Mopar lost a bit of ground that time.
Yep, Grant's stretching it out a little bit.
Oh, but he gains it
he
right
gained
back.
right back
45
in there.
is so good into the corners.
God, he gained a lot that time. 4 laps to go, and it's back down to 2/10.
Oh, he is right there.
Thought he pushed up a little bit, but he's still on that back bumper. This might be the drive.
It is not over. Can he get there? Oh, man, he drives it in so hard. I love it.
He's got to be careful, though. Don't need to drive it in
Here
too
he
hard.
comes.
Slip up
He's
the
there.
track.
All over him.
3 laps to go, and he is all over that back
He's
bumper.
into him. Gives him a bump down into the corner.
Lost a little bit of ground on the exit. Going to see 2
Crown's
laps
not
to
out
go
of this
this
either.
time. Out of turn 4, 2 to go at the line. It's right there. He's right on the back bumper once again.
He's got to do something. He's got to make his move.
Next time will be the white flag, and I don't think this 45 is just going to sit in line. If he can do anything, I think he's going to do it.
Didn't quite get off the corner that good that time.
No, lost some more ground that time.
But it's into this corner that he really takes a big chomp out of the lead. However, the 53 drove it in harder that time as they come to the white flag.
White flag is out one more time around here at Iowa Speedway, and the 45 is all over that back bumper. Still there. He's going to have to do a move here in 3 and 4.
And 53 gets a good exit. I don't think the 45 is going to have a shot.
I think that's going to be it. Into 3.
Mopar sails it off into the corner.
Sails it in there, but not enough. The 53 of Grant is coming out of turn 4. Is going to win the Pink Whitney Take Your Shot 50. He definitely took a shot today. First career win for this number 53. Second place is going to be the number 45 of Mopar. Great run, great fight for that battle. The 37 of Crown Jr. third. The 23 of Wilson fourth. The 51 of Lumet is fifth. The 98 of Chamberlain is sixth. The 49 of Floor is seventh. The 2 of Martin is eighth. The 10 of J Hope comes home ninth. And then Allen, wow, rallies to a top 10. He started way back there. So good rally for this number 27. You see the 44 of Bishop, who led some laps, going to end up 11th. And Hill is going to end up 25th.
Yikes.
Not a good finish for that truck after running third the first half of this race. What a great race here from Iowa. You saw it. Saw a little bit of everything. You saw some side-by-side. Saw a little bit of 3 wide. Some battling for the win. Great race today. But as Jordan mentioned earlier, a lot of guys that were up there in points did not get good finishes today. And some of the guys that were lower finished really good today. So this is going to mix some stuff up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the points to see exactly how everything got messed up. Thank you all for tuning in to the Pink Whitney Take Your Shot 50 from Iowa Speedway. Congrats to the number 53 team and Kenneth Grant on getting his first career win. What a hell of a race he had to do holding off the number 45 of Mopar. It was definitely a fun one. The next race for the POG SuperTrucks is going to be the CarQuest All-Star Derby from Bloomington Raceway. That's going to be a fun little local bank dirt track.
Yes, sir.
Being a dirt track, it can't fit everyone. So there is some special criteria for how people enter the All-Star race. It includes race winners and champions, and there will be an open race, and all that will get announced a little bit later after this race. So keep an eye out for that both on Twitter and in the Discord. But this was a great race. Jordan, you got any final thoughts?
Excuse me. I love Iowa Speedway. Every single race is great. Give us a cup date.
Iowa is great. I would absolutely agree with that. And it has a cup date for tomorrow night. The POG Cup
Yes,
Series
sir.
will be here tomorrow night for the Cornfield Classic, presented by Jordan Teagues Designs, of course.
I like that race.
So, thank you all for
gonna
watching.
win
It's
it.
been a great race. Once again, congrats to the number 53 of Kenneth Grant. And we
Yes,
will
sir.
catch you on the dirt next time at the CarQuest All-Star Derby.